The Bitcoin price is consolidating right below this Fibonacci retracement level for 4 days already. It's time to move. In this video, we will be discussing some technical and also fundamental analysis which will help us to understand where Bitcoin is going next. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Simon from my crypto paradise. We are on 4-hour time frame looking at Bitcoin, and what do we have here? So right now we are consolidating, as already mentioned, for 4 days in this bullish pennant. So let me just draw for you the symmetrical triangle this is the resistance trend line, this is the support trend line, and you can see that we are about to break out from the symmetrical triangle. This came from the uptrend, right? And so this is the flagpole basically, and here we are having the bullish pennant symmetrical triangle, and we are about to break out. You can see that the bullish pennant is having the probabilities to break out to the upside in most cases. However, in this kind of situation where we are squeezed above from a very hard resistance of 1.272 Fibonacci retracement zone, and from the bottom we are supported by the 50 moving average, which is this blue line, plus the structure support which worked in the past as a resistance area, and after we broke out here it flipped into a support. So it's really important that we are waiting for some confirmation first before entering some trade. So in this kind of situation, it's not clever to open some trade here, right? In this triangle before the breakout happens. What is going to be more clever is to wait actually for the move to happen with some great volume, which we will be checking right here. And then after more confirmation, enter a proper risk to reward trade with the highest probabilities. So from the bullish perspective, right now, if we break to the upside, we will be waiting not only for a retest of this resistance trend line, but for the breakout of this Fibonacci retracement zone right here and a retest. Then we will wait for some candlestick, bullish candlestick pattern forming here, or a double bottom, right, or some bullish candlestick pattern for the confirmation of a long trade. So if we will have this impulsive move about this resistance retest with some bullish candlestick pattern confirmation or a double bottom, we will be entering a trade idea, something like this, where we will be placing the stop loss right below the previous wick, which was the most important and last time where it pumped from the supportive trend line, and then we will be placing our targets to the previous local top, which is also supported with the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement level. So this is a pretty important resistance right here. So that will allow us to create some beautifully risk to reward stable trade for around 3% loss versus 6% profit. So this is a great risk to reward trade setup. If, however, we will be breaking to the downside, it can happen, we don't know right now, before the price moves. This is almost 60 to 40, right? 60% of a probability that we will break to the upside, 40% to the downside. However, we will be talking about some sentiment which will decrease the upside probabilities a little bit more. So you will understand why it's absolutely essential to wait for the price action to develop right now before entering some trade. So if we actually start to breaking below this bullish pennant, we will be also waiting for some retest of this supportive trend line, right? So we will extend it a little bit. Once we have the retest of this trend line, we will be entering a trade, and we will be riding it down to the previous structure of support at $21,500, which worked in the past as well. As you can see, if we switch to left, you can see it was working as a support, then it was flipped into a resistance, suddenly break above it. Here again we have been respecting this level. So this is very great value of interest which we need to be taken in consideration. Plus here is the 50 moving average, this is the blue line. So if we get the confirmation of a break below this bullish pennant, again with some double top formation or some bearish candlestick pattern which will confirm the price action is gonna be down, we will be entering a short trade setup where we'll be placing our 20 something around here, the stop loss obviously above the previous high and Fibonacci retracement 1.272, and we will be targeting $21,300 where we'll be already securing our positions once we hit the 50 moving average, which is gonna be continuing something like this in our opinion. So that would make this trade 3 to 6% risk to reward, with the thing that once we enter this area right here where we'll be touching the 50 moving average, we will be placing our stop loss to break even. So that will make the trade absolutely risk-free. But right now we are waiting for the price to develop, for some triggers, and once we have the confirmations where the probabilities will be on our side, we will be trading this aggressively in Paradise Family VIP, where we show you exactly in real time our exits, our stop loss, and exactly where we enter every trade we do in the Paradise team. So this is from the technical perspective. The bullish pennant from 60% is, there is the probability it will break to the upside. However, if we take a look at the funding rates, we can see that right now people are actually starting to open a little bit more longs as well. Before, like 3 days ago, these whole numbers were green. That means the funding was negative and the short positions were paying long. That means that most of the traders were short. However, right now this situation is going a little bit more neutral, and you can see there's loads of red numbers on CoinEx exchange, BitGet and OKX as well. So we need to be careful, because also the BitMaxwells are starting to switch to the bullish side, and we don't want that, because the institutions always use the liquidation points where is bigger liquidity. So we want to be playing with the whales, not with the herds, right? So we need to be very careful about opening our long positions right here where we are also at the resistance. So when we see a lot of people opening longs at a resistance, it adds to the bearish sentiment side for our trading idea. So we need to be very careful with long positions right now. Then we can take a look at Bitcoin sentiment, which is absolutely in the mode of disbelief. As you know, we have pumped from the lows of $16,600 by around 30%. If you are in our free Telegram channels, you know that we have been updating you since 24th December last year that the Bitcoin is about to be bottoming out, and we showed you that the new entities are actually entering the crypto market. So we have been expecting this bullish move. However, most of people didn't, right? And it also adds to this bearish sentiment score, which is this orange line. And if the Bitcoin price, which is this white line, is going to cross this orange line, what's that gonna mean? It's gonna mean that the price is higher than the current sentiment of people. What's that gonna mean? The people who are in crypto right now and they didn't yet buy Bitcoin or any other crypto, they will start getting confident in the markets again, while Bitcoin will be higher at around these levels again, right? So at that time the sentiment starts to jump up, and what that's gonna do for the Bitcoin? It's gonna increase the price even more, right? Or it's gonna provide liquidity for the whales to actually sell at the top. However, you need to be very careful when these two lines are not in a line together, because there is something wrong with the psychology in the markets, which you can benefit from if you can apply it to your trading strategy. So this is what we are looking at right now. Remember, don't open a position before this breakout. We will be trading aggressively in the Paradise Family VIP once we have more confirmations, and we will also update you in the next video. So make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you don't miss any new video. If you like this analysis, please leave a like, put the notification bell on, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.